Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone tuning in from around the world. My name is Evie Flaw, and I will be your host and guide for today's event. Thank you so much for being here to celebrate the incredible impact of the 2024 Flagship Fellows. Before we dive into the excitement ahead, let's take a moment to recognize the gift that you've given yourself today. The chance to connect with a global community of changemakers. I invite you to take a moment to get comfortable, settle in, and be fully present with us. I encourage you to embrace the opportunity to learn something new, engage with someone who shares your passion, and leave today feeling inspired. Let's start by dropping in the chat where you're calling in from. And throughout today's program, please feel free to use the chat for emojis, words of encouragement, or share your thoughts as we embark on this journey together. And in a moment, I'll walk you through what to expect for today's summit. But before we do that, for those of you who may be new to the Flagship Fellowship, I would love to introduce you to two amazing leaders who have been instrumental in shaping the journey of the Flagship Fellows. Over the past 16 weeks, Programs Manager Teal Vickery and Lalas Chen have worked hand in hand with the Fellows, guiding and supporting them on their entrepreneurial paths. So please join me in welcoming Teal and Lalas.
Thank you, Evie. Flagship Fellowship Fellows, I have had the absolute pleasure of getting to know you all over the last 16 weeks. You are kind, you are brilliant, and your ideas will no doubt change the world for the better. I have had the privilege to witness cohorts of fellows from across the world come together over the years and form relationships that span beyond Watson. These moments of transformation are profound to witness, and they happen in the least expected places. Waiting for an Uber in Boulder, huddled in the rain outside of Google, on an island off the coast of China, and more often than not, within the time-constrained moments of breakout rooms. To honor this cohort and the close-knit community you all have established, I will leave you with this poem. Protect your courage. Hearts beating, we reached into our chests, setting them in the middle. Not complete until they all appear. Are these secrets or universal truths? Are we bearing our insides or simply removing the masks? Class, race, gender, identity, moms, dads, generations, complications, meditations, simple crustaceans, crawling from our hardened shells. Yells, an absolute silence, serenity. Tripping over our words, sweating until we join in lockstep. Breath. Beating as one, it has begun, us together, not forever, momentarily, magic. But then a signal, an alert. Breakout rooms closing. Arms grabbing, taking back hearts. Maybe yours, maybe someone else's. Opening up, tucking away, protecting, almost to say, you're mine now. I respect you. Furthermore, I accept you. Trust I'll choose us, no longer me, humanity.
Thank you, Evie. Hi, everyone here at the summit. This is Lalas. I'm the China Programs Manager of Watson Institute and also a very proud Enlight Fellow myself. I still remember 7 years ago when I was on the stage, and now I have such a large cohort of Enlight fellows representing here, and especially on the stage of the summit, we have Jinlong, Diane, Wenyu, Wenxi, and Free. So big shout out to you guys, and of course to the rest of everyone who will be presenting. I can't express how thrilled I am and how excited I am here to be cheering for you, all the way across the Pacific Ocean. But I wish wherever you are now, you can truly honor the stage by fully express yourself, sharing your journey, all the great things that you want to share with the audience, and how you've been doing everything to create a better world together with the cohort. Way to go. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Teal Molas. The Flagship Fellowship brings together an exceptional cohort of 10 unique fellowships, including the Enlight China Fellowship, the Hogue Scholarship, the Jane Strode Miller Fellowship, the Kenneth King Foundation, the Luff Fellowship, the Mike and Christine Miles Fellowship, the Sisla Planet Scale Fellowship, the Sustainability Fellowship, the Tech Fellowship, and the Watson Institute Fellowship. This program is a powerful convergence of backgrounds and focus areas where each fellow contributes a unique perspective and expertise. Together, they form a vibrant community of changemakers where learning, cultural exchange, and innovation thrive. The Flagship Fellowship is truly a melting pot of ideas, inspiring fellows to push boundaries, collaborate deeply, and reimagine what's possible. I would now like to welcome Dan Futrell, a Mike and Christine Miles Fellow, to the stage to share his personal journey and experience within this incredible fellowship. Please welcome Dan.
Hi, my name is Dan Futrell. I'm the founder of Polymath University, and I'm a 2024 Watson Institute Flagship Fellow. Colleges and universities today are in a crisis. The high cost of tuition is keeping over 1 million young adults out of school every year. Those that do attend leave with an average of $40,000 worth of debt, delaying life milestones for over 70% of graduates. And employers report that recent college grads simply aren't ready for the workforce. I grew up in a single-parent household. My dad dropped out of high school and then worked for 50 years in a housing insulation factory. He made clear that education was the way to open up doors. And with his encouragement and an Army ROTC scholarship, I was able to earn a bachelor's degree. Polymath University is like ROTC for the private sector, where we train young adults who might not otherwise enroll in college for roles that employers really struggle to fill. Our model is interdisciplinary, apprenticeship-based, and debt-free. Throughout the Flagship Fellowship, I've been so grateful to meet a cohort of fellows who are motivated to make an impact in the world, from Brazil to Mexico to China to Colorado. The breadth of the cohort, spanning not only geography, but industries and business structures, nonprofits and for-profits alike, has created a group from which I learn every single week. They are inspiring, they are capable, and all bring a unique set of life experiences to bear against human scale challenges that they are passionate about. Thank you for joining us today and learning more about our work. If you want to learn more about Polymath University, please visit www.polymathu.org. Thanks.
Thank you, Dan. Now let's talk about today's event. We'll be together for just under 2 hours, kicking off in just a moment with some incredible venture pitches from the Flagship Fellows. While not every fellow will be pitching today, they are all present and eager to connect with you. So Flagship Fellows, this is a great time to take a moment to introduce yourself in the chat so our audience can get to know you. The pitches you'll hear today are grouped by their impact areas, covering pressing issues like sustainability, gender equality, education, and more. Midway through the program, we'll hear more about our amazing partners whose support makes this fellowship possible. And of course, after that, we'll also give you a break halfway through the program to step away from your screens, stretch, and recharge before we shift gears to share the exciting work happening with the fellow-led base camps, which are community events that extend the fellowship's impact even further. We'll then dive back into the second round of pitches And to close out, we'll have some time for informal networking in the chat. We truly hope today leaves you feeling inspired and energized. Thank you again for being here. It means the world to us, and we are so excited to share this experience with you. As we begin today's pitches, our first theme is one that is both timely and essential: sustainability. Around the globe, we face complex environmental challenges, and the first group of presenting fellows are using innovative approaches to tackle them head on. From reducing the carbon footprint of buildings, to empowering artisans, to providing access to clean water, their work is creating real, lasting impact. Each of these first four entrepreneurs presenting are driven by a vision of a more sustainable future for us all. First up is Ina Kovacheva, a James Strode Miller Fellow and founder of ArcDash. ArcDash reduces the environmental footprint of buildings by enhancing their energy performance. Their platform provides ongoing monitoring, analysis, and optimization to help building owners make data-driven decisions for healthier, more efficient, and sustainable spaces. ArcDash has been accepted into the NASDAQ Accelerator Program and has raised $36,000 to further their mission. Let's hear more from Ina.
Hi everyone, my name is Ina Kovacheva. I'm the founder of ArcDash and a recovering architect. We have all seen the transformation going on in the car industry. Tesla is the most valuable car company in the world. Because we care about the environment, consumers have made the switch from gas-powered engines to hybrids to all-electric vehicles. But there is one industry that is actually causing more carbon emissions and is only poised to do worse. And I think it might surprise you to find out which industry that is. It's buildings. In fact, a single building can emit 500 times more carbon dioxide than a car. And this is a huge problem because we have 111 million buildings in the United States that currently use up to 76% of our electricity, 40% of our total energy use, and contribute to 40% of the carbon dioxide emissions. Now that 40% equates to $400 billion. And the important statistic here is that 30% of it is wasted energy. Now, there are sustainability certificates that try to address this. You've probably heard of LEED. They're very expensive, in the order of $50,000, and the result is that fewer than 1% of buildings are certified. But what about the other 99%? These are two projects I've created. They both have LEED certification, but I'm not able to collect data regarding their actual performance. In other words, I don't really know the impact these buildings have on the environment. And that's why we created ArcDash. We enable architects to make data-driven decisions that result in healthier, more efficient, and sustainable buildings. We've created a digital platform for data storage and analysis. It allows architects to keep track of project information and provides easy access to monitor building performance. Through our dashboard, they'll be able to see their project's energy and water usage and carbon dioxide emissions. They'll be able to compare between their own in-house projects and also against local and national statistics. This will help inform decisions on future work and allow them to make recommendations to clients based on actual data. So where is the data coming from? We have always metered buildings since we have to pay for consumption. The difference now is that there's legislation in at least 24 states requiring this data be publicly available, allowing us to tap into it and bring it to architects. Our revenue model is a one-time license fee. Price varies based on firm size, and a recurring monthly subscription. Custom features and requests can be another potential source of revenue. Our serviceable market is architecture firms with fewer than 75 employees, and our initial target is about 200 of them. We plan to reach these firms through our existing network and connections and through potential channels such as the AIA, American Institute of Architects, and SMPS, the Society of Marketing Professional Services. It looks like there's a lot of firms in the space. ArcDash is unique because it includes project analytics and occupancy data. We can serve as an interface and integrate with existing software, providing more insight and analysis of projects. We're currently in the MVP stage and are excited to start a pilot with WCIT architects. We're looking for more pilots to test out our products, so if you know of any architecture firms that can benefit from our technology, we'd be happy to talk to you. You've already met me. My background is in architecture and computer science, and I'm joined by my co-founder, Brian, who's a software engineer and a data scientist, and he's working with me on the technical development of the platform. The building sector is on the cusp of helping change the course of the planet. This is a big enough problem that the AIA has issued the 2030 challenge, and they're expecting architecture firms to step up and take responsibility for building sustainably. We have done a lot to address the impact of cars. The next huge transformation has to happen in the building industry, and we have the perfect tool to help architects do just that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ina. Next, we have Liz Alsbach, a sustainability fellow and founder of the Mercery. The Mercery is rebuilding the textile supply chain by connecting artisan weavers to a global market that values their work. With a focus on ethically produced home textiles, the Mercery has impacted the lives of 715 artisans since its founding in 2022. They've raised over $43,000 in capital and are currently working with artisans in Chiapas and Oaxaca, Mexico. Liz, welcome to the stage.
Hi, everyone. My name's Liz Alsbach. I'm the founder and CEO of The Mercery, and we're rebuilding the textile supply chain by creating a market for artisan weavers that values and sustains their work. Fast fashion is everywhere. It's in your clothes, and unfortunately, it's also in your bed sheets and your baby blankets. And the truth is, consumers are tired of fast fashion. They're worried about the ethics of the products that they're purchasing, and they're looking for more reasonable and sustainable solutions. The truth is, 77% of consumers want to purchase products they feel good about. The problem is that textile buyers at home goods brands and interior design boutiques don't have access to raw material solutions that instill that confidence. The solution is the Mercery. We're building a global network of artisan makers that make handwoven textiles available at scale to the textile market using supply chain transparency. What we do is model our business after other smallholder ag producers such as coffee or tea or spices. And the successful model uses regionally farmed products, typically global. We're beginning in southern Mexico in the states of Oaxaca and Chiapas. Producers are typically collectively organized, so we're doing that with weaving collectives in these regions. And then products are hand woven, in the case of coffee or tea, hand produced, hand batched, instilling a sense of community and support for the local workforce and making sure there's really proper support for local labor conditions. In our case, it's with producers in cotton and wool, and then the weaving collectives themselves. Fashion is moving the needle in the textile supply chain. Patagonia last year made news by making Mother Earth their only shareholder, and that's incredible for the industry. But the truth is there's a lot more to textiles than fashion, and the entire horizontal is next, starting with home and interiors. The sustainable home textile market is actually doubling the annual growth rate of the regular home textile market at almost 11.4% year over year. There's an incredible opportunity here. The product is incredible. We work with really amazing weaving collectives, and all products are 100% natural fibers. And that means that they wear really well over time, day in and day out with use. They're made for a lifetime. And they're also not using any synthetic or plastic fibers that break down with use over time. That also means at the end of a product's life cycle, they're compostable. And so there's really thought into the full sustainable and ethics of the products that we're putting into the world. The opportunity is amazing. The global textile market is about $1 trillion. And a partner of ours, Nest, an artisan support organization, quotes the global artisan sector as having a $616 billion production capacity. What the Mercery is doing is overlapping those two opportunities to create a new market for artisan textiles at scale. We're really proud of the traction and impact we've made so far. We opened our doors in 2021 after spending a significant amount of time living and working in these places that we produce products. Since then, we have dozens of clients up and down, primarily the West Coast of the United States and California. We just opened a new region in the Southwest in New Mexico. And our artisans impacted have almost doubled since then. And in 2024, we're looking at over 800 artisans impacted. We're really proud of that work. Our go-to-market strategy is omni-channel. Our primary clients now are interior designers, with the vision being buyers at larger home goods brands that are supporting ethical purchasing practices. Right now, we reach design boutiques, retail, and e-commerce. In 2025, we're opening 2 showroom partnerships with regions in New York and Los Angeles, and San Francisco and Seattle. Trade shows are a big part of the industry, so we'll be attending Shop Object and High Point, among a few others, in 2025. And then ultimately, online wholesale through platforms like Faire and Powered by People are going to be our bread and butter. Here's some current clients. We're really proud of these companies. They're investing in us and we're investing in them, building lifetime value through these wholesale relationships and really supporting artisans along the way. We're doing a raise in 2025. We're looking at $400,000 to meet the needs of those showroom launches that I mentioned, about $100K of that for operations, $120 for product development, and $180 to marketing to make sure that we're really solidly launching and reaching as many people with the correct synthesized story as we can. Again, my name is Liz. I'm the founder of The Mercery. I'd love to connect if there's an opportunity to collaborate or work together. You can find me here, liz@themercery.com. And a big thanks to the Watson Institute for hosting us and supporting all the amazing businesses. Hope to see you out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Our third presenter is Ana Luisa Becerra Santos, a Hogue Fellow and the founder of Sustainable Development in Water, SDW for All. SDW for All is on a mission to democratize access to clean water and sanitation in rural, isolated communities through sustainable technologies. Since launching, SDW has raised $1.2 million and developed 4 innovative products, impacting over 30,000 people across 15 Brazilian states. Ana is a globally recognized leader named as a UN Young Champion of the Earth and included on the Forbes Under 30. Let's welcome Ana to tell us more.
Hello, my name is Ana Luisa Bezerra. I'm a Brazilian born and raised in Bahia, a region in the northwest of Brazil that faces serious challenge related to access to quality water. In 2013, when I was 15 years old, I created Aqualuz to help the near communities as a solar water purification technology. However, frustrated that I couldn't bring this innovation to market, I became an entrepreneur at 17 and founded SCW, or Sustainable Development and Water for All. As a shy young woman with no professional experience and from a family that couldn't offer financial support, I became an entrepreneur out of passion and necessity, driven by the desire to make an impact and create a meaningful journey. At SCW, we are dedicated to providing solutions for vulnerable communities that lack access to clean, quality water. As a for-profit organization, our business model is driven by large companies investing in our products and methodology to ensure that the communities surrounding the operation have access to clean water and basic sanitation. Currently, we offer a portfolio of 7 products, 5 of which are nature-based solutions. These are provided free of charge to communities, fostering long-term sustainability and creating significant social impact. Our flagship product is Aqualuz, a solar water purification technology that only uses sunlight to treat water. With a lifespan of 20 years, Aqualuz offers a long-term solution for families in remote areas without the need for constant replacements or maintenance. This innovative product has been globally recognized with awards from the United Nations and UNESCO, validating our commitment to sustainable solutions. To date, our team of 16 people, very diverse and multidisciplinary, with marketing, commercial, R&D, projects, finance, and administration has impacted the life of 13,000 people across 15 Brazilian states, and we have expanded our operations internationally to Ecuador. Our mission is to ensure that everyone has access to quality water and no one will ever again be sick of waterborne disease. So STW will no longer need to exist. To achieve this, we are seeking partnerships with NGOs, governments, and companies that share our vision and can help us scale the impact of our solution. We know that we can't solve the global water access problem alone, but with the right support, we can make this vision a reality and continue bringing hope to the most vulnerable communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Ana Luisa. Finally, let's hear from Rin Del Papa, a CISLA Planet Scale Fellow and the founder of Virtual Oasis Tech. Virtual Oasis Tech empowers neurodivergent and marginalized individuals to drive environmental change through creativity and knowledge sharing. Using geolocation, AR/VR, biofeedback, and more, their game design promotes climate action and socio-emotional learning. With 7 years in business-to-business, software as a service, product and project roles, Rin recently completed the Space Center Houston's Human Performance Accelerator Lab Leadership and Development Program. Over to you, Rin.
Virtual Oasis Tech is not just a game, it is a movement, bridging education and health for climate action. Humanity today is facing a polycrisis, and we are fearing for our survival. Climate change is greatly impacting our external and internal environments, which is why 75% of youth worldwide fear for their futures because of climate change. The youth of today need education that supports addressing mental health challenges related to climate change because their survival depends on it. This isn't just rhetoric. Gen Z individuals are experiencing everything from anxiety to suicide. With a global digital therapeutic market at 6.1 billion and 40% within North America, we are targeting 244 million in the Texas area for mental health digital therapeutic service. Our serviceable attainable market is 5 million in Houston, Texas in 2025. With a 22 case study from Case Western shared in Columbia's Global Consortium on Climate and Health Education, 71% of deans say that they struggle with integrating climate change into their curriculum. While at Smith College, they found that 50% of therapists say that they don't feel prepared to address eco-anxiety. If only 50% of our therapists are prepared, yet we're experiencing a mental health shortage. And within the US, 85% of Gen Z, 16 to 25-year-olds are experiencing eco-anxiety at an exacerbated rate. Where does that leave our youth? Virtual Oasis Tech is a B2B digital therapeutic addressing this new challenge for humanity by enabling upskilling and in-practice support for psychologists and therapists to address eco-anxiety through games built with engaging and creative learning modules. Mental health providers will be able to prescribe our game to enhance climate education with practical climate actions, decreasing eco-anxiety and improving our future outlooks for youth who will be and are our tomorrow. Our go-to-market approach prioritizes research and trust with initial partnership discussions with local universities within Texas. And these universities and I are working together on a 3-year timeline to fully launch the game. Through an immersive game and educational platform, we are building with trauma-informed, accessible, sustainable, and responsible technology principles. We are creating a pathway for a brighter and more sustainable future with our youth in mind. Our revenue model focuses on B2B digital therapeutic SaaS for mental health providers, and our NGO partnerships enable co-designing with communities most impacted by climate change. We are working with the communities that need it the most. This differentiates our curriculum and enables providers to learn from a global perspective. Our competitive advantage is using immersive technology for diverse minds to improve mental well-being, unlike our direct competitor, ClimateRx. As an interdisciplinary product bridging environmental and mental health, we prioritize youth and climate-related mental health, unlike Deep Well, Free Spirit, and TRIP, which are generalized digital therapeutics not at this intersection. I am the founder of Virtuoices Tech, and I am bringing years of public health research and environmental background, interdisciplinary art practice, and 8 years of B2B SaaS experience, 2 years as an educator, and creative health expertise into this game that ignites creativity and hope in all minds. We believe emerging technology, creativity, and holistic human and ecological health approach will create a regenerative and inclusive planet for all. I'm developing an interdisciplinary product for inclusive mental and environmental health and asking you in this community for partnerships and funding to support our research-driven product development. Thank you. Let's build a future for all.
Thank you, Ren. The next segment of pitches focus on the impact area of gender equality. The fellows you are about to meet are working tirelessly to close the global gender gap, empowering women with the tools, knowledge, and support needed to overcome systemic barriers. These ventures create inclusive spaces where women can thrive as leaders and changemakers, while promoting a future where all genders have equitable opportunities to succeed and contribute to society. Up first, I am pleased to introduce you to Diane Dantong Zhang, an Enlight China Fellow and founder of Empowerful Her. Empowerful Her is a nonprofit community that promotes women leadership in China through mentorship programs and bilingual training. Empowerful Her offers a blend of online and in-person workshops, helping women excel as leaders across a variety of sectors. To date, the venture has positively impacted over 200,000 women globally and established partnerships with NGOs and universities worldwide, including Harvard University, University of Cambridge, and Utrecht University. Please welcome Diane.
Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, no matter where you are. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm Diane Dantong Zhang, the founder and CEO of the nonprofit organization Empowerful Her. I have a background in gender studies, media studies, and comparative cultural analysis. The lack of gender equality is a problem that haunts us all. How do we move forward in this rapidly changing world? At Empowerful Her, we have something new to say. If women were to participate in the workplace identically to men, an additional 26% of incremental global GDP could be achieved by 2025. And this is roughly the combined size of the economies of the United States and China today. There are so many reasons that affect women to perform well in leadership positions, like limited access, and it is also geographically skewed. The situation in the global south and the global north can be quite different, and the solution for this issue requires a comprehensive approach. At Empowerful Her, we have developed an international platform to elevate women's leadership skills by providing tailored educational mentorship programs. We offer both online and offline sections to women in a bilingual setting. So as you are watching this, you might be wondering why mentorship? The pandemic caused a 30% increase in mentoring projects at organizations. As of the beginning of 2024, 98% of all US Fortune 500 companies have mentoring programs. At Empower for Her, we do not empower women without meaning. We see them first. To date, the venture has positively impacted 200,000 women globally. We're also the first women-led startup funded by the Study of the US Institute alumni from Asia and Africa. We have built partnerships with United Nations experts, NGOs, and university researchers worldwide. We form meaningful relationships more than partnerships to encourage women to excel as leaders across various sectors. This year, we are being featured by Innovation Exchange Center Amsterdam. Here are some venture programming highlights, as you can see from those photos. So what does the program look like? 70% of our training and mentorship sections are conducted online. 40% of them are held in person, mainly in Europe. So far, we have 7 countries represented in Asia, Africa, and Europe. People can register for free to join some of our online webinars, and those are not exclusively for women. Some scholarships opportunities are also made available. At Empower for Her, we adopt a 100% mentee-centered approach and the 3C strategy, which is clarity, communication, and commitment. There are also some traps to avoid when we're launching our mentorship programs. So we adopt really a 100% mentee-centered way to do our mentorship programs. So this is our team list. And we would like to invite you to join our global volunteer network, either virtually or in person. We're also planning to raise 100,000 USD funds and donations to empower more women in rural Zambia and China to build inclusive digital classrooms. Here I have put some quotes from Maya Angelou. She's an inspiring woman for a lot of our mentees in our programs. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hopes springing high, still I rise. Finally, here's our contact information. Feel free to just send us an email to schedule for one-on-one meeting. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to connecting with you soon in the future.
Thank you, Diane. Up next, we have Free Cho, an Enlight China Fellow and founder of Her Theater. Her Theater addresses the underrepresentation and lack of resources for women in rural China by providing them with the tools to discover their voices and artistic talents through therapeutic arts. Through workshops and community initiatives, Her Theater empowers women to find their voices and create meaningful narratives. Since its launch just 6 months ago, the venture has raised more than $20,000 in capital, amassed over 1,700 followers, and secured more than 20 premium users. Please welcome Bree.
Hi, I'm Free Cho, the founder of Her Theater. 17 years ago, I chose psychology as my major because I knew being born and raised up in trauma, I needed to find a way out. After years of learning and searching, I started my journey with expressive arts 10 years ago, which not only transformed my life, but also became my main practice. Over the past years, I have worked with very different populations, young and old, men and women, people with and without disorders. It is in this year that I decided to focus on people of my own kind, Chinese women. Why now? Chinese women are awakening. More and more of us are searching for ways to explore, love, and actualize ourselves. If you look into the market, in 2023, wellness market in China reached almost 140 million RMB. And at the same time, more than 95% of the customers are females. While the market is surging, the challenges are obvious too. First of all, not enough people know expressive arts. Even fewer of them have really experienced it. Secondly, we are lacking supportive network for both the clients and the practitioners. So the market are calling for a good expressive arts product system and a community that serves both parties. This is why Her Theater is so unique. While there are many companies and organizations in wellness market, we are the only one that focuses on female expressive arts, community, and producing artworks. Here is my design of the business model. We gain followers through founders' IP and artworks, then convert them into our community members. In the community, we provide emotional value and foster women's awakening and growth with expressive arts. I started Her Theater 6 months ago. In such a short time, we have already gained more than 1,700 followers, hosted 30 events, gained more than 250 people to get into our close community, and have received a revenue of more than $20,000. And in the next 6 months, I'm working to build a better practitioner team, designing and testing our new product system. I want to gain 10,000 more followers and have at least 1,000 of them become our paid customer so that I can build a better business model. In the long run, I want to influence more than 100,000 women online and build a sustainable expressive arts system tailored for Chinese women. I'm not the only one who is working on this. I have my art director from the UK, who is a world-renowned director and performer. And I also have specialists from different areas to advise me. Now I'm looking for dissemination from influencers, media partners. I want followers and participants to connect with us, and I also want to have more practitioners to work together with me. Here is my contact. I'm free. You can see my email and QR codes from WeChat and the Red platforms. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Free. As we transition into the next section, we turn our attention to the deeply important issue of mental health. In today's fast-paced, tech-driven world, many people, especially young individuals, are facing increased challenges like anxiety, depression, and tech addiction. Our next presenters are addressing these issues with compassion, creating innovative solutions that nurture mental well-being and foster stronger, more connected communities so that no one feels alone in their journey. Our first presenter of this section is Maddie Freeman, a Kenneth King Foundation Fellow and founder of NoSo. NoSo addresses the rising concern of tech addiction among teenagers in Colorado. Through an immersive detox experience, NoSo educates teens about the harms of social media while offering healthier coping mechanisms. In 2023, NoSo engaged approximately 6,300 participants in partnerships with local organizations like Colorado University and Runner's Roost, where 89% reported noticeable improvements in mental health. NoSo has raised over $26,000 in capital and gained recognition on 9 News Colorado for their work and impact in the state. Maddie, you have the floor.
Hi, my name is Maddie, and I'm the founder of NoSo, a digital wellness nonprofit. My age group, Gen Z, were the guinea pigs of social media companies. I was exposed to social media's addictive design that incentivizes harm and overuse at the early age of 12. This made it really hard for me to cope with the mental health issues I was struggling with. And then, after losing 10 friends and classmates to suicide through high school, I knew and saw that online harms were a contributing factor. So, I needed to create an effective harm mitigation strategy designed by youth for youth. The problem my organization addresses is that teens today are chronically overusing social media. It's having a drastic negative impact on emotional well being and mental health. Now, the solution that I've built follows a simple ABC framework. This stands for awareness, behavior change, and community engagement. Now, the first prong of our company starts with our educational program. Our company goes into schools and teaches students about how social media is addictively designed, and we give them the tools and habits and practices necessary to create their own healthier relationship with online platforms like social media. Next is our detox movement. Our No Social Media November movement has reached thousands of folks around the globe, partaking in a challenge of deleting social media for a temporary break to be able to reset the dopamine levels and find healthier activities to partake in. Last is community building. Our team hosts events and curates mindfulness-based experiences for our participants around the US, while also empowering teen groups that we work with to host and guide their own events to really engage in community and make sure that we're not making people feel even more lonely or socially isolated if they're taking a break from social media. Now, our detox specifically is backed by evidence. There was a study taking thousands of people and had them log off of all social media for 1 month, and they measured significant improvements in emotional well being, improvements in happiness, and a reduction in loneliness. And this is something that we've really seen echoed in our own research and evidence that we've collected from our participants. Now, when we measure a screen time before and after programming, we see an average reduction of 39% of screen time hours. This is taking someone from 9 hours a day on their phone, which is actually pretty typical for teens to spend that much time online, down to 5 hours, which opens up 4 hours of a day to invest and engage in healthier activities and deepen relationships with people that they care about. Next, from pre and post surveys, we've measured that 88.9% of our participants say that the detox was a direct improver of mental health and had a drastic impact on the way that they felt about themselves. Now, for traction, we've worked with over 35 schools across the US, and we're actually seeing the need now to expand internationally as we craft a preliminary contract with McGill University to create a fully funded partnership to expand NOSO into Canada, as well as other places like Switzerland that have schools that are interested in bringing NOSO in as well. We also have endorsements from Frances Haugen, the Facebook whistleblower who exposed Meta's harmful practices, and she has now stepped up to be an advisor on our board, which is incredible. Now, none of this would be possible, all of this impact, without our incredible team. Now, we value empowerment, community, and authenticity, and we try to show up in this way with these values in everything that we do. And I believe that our team is truly the driving factor of why we're able to create the impact that we do. So our initial target market of NOSO really started aiming towards working with students in public high schools in the US, but pretty quickly we realized that it was important to work as well with middle schoolers and colleges. So we've expanded to that pretty quickly. And like I said earlier, also internationally. For validation, we've hosted numerous events. We had a 5K race that had over 200 runners come out and support the cause. We've had so many speaking engagements across the globe at this point. Won numerous pitch competitions getting funding for this venture idea. I also won the Young Innovator in Behavioral Health Award at the inaugural Behavioral Health Tech Conference in Arizona, and have spoken about the issues that social media brings up and what our solution does to help people on numerous news outlets like 9 News and Business Insider. Now, when it comes to funding, we are raising about $222,000 this year to keep and sustain our operations, to keep going. And we seek most of that funding from both grants as well as from funders, philanthropic funders, as well as foundations, so that we can impact more folks like Clara. Clara was an early adopter of NOSO November. she shared with us that it completely changed her entire world. And this is something that feels so impactful for me, and is truly the fuel that keeps me going, is seeing and hearing the impact we have on youth every single day that we do this work. People see improvements in anxiety, insecurities, body dysmorphia, and this kind of level of improved well-being is something that we'd really like to continue. So we're actively raising right now $75,000 from funders, and we're also seeking meaningful corporate sponsorships and partnerships so that we can, again, further this cause and have partners to build this movement and make sure that we can impact more people like Clara. So if you're interested in learning more or supporting the cause, you can head to our website, nosonovember.org, or scan the QR code. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Maddie. Up next, let's hear from Carl White III, a tech fellow and founder of MoveSpot. MoveSpot is a platform dedicated to improving mental health by fostering authentic social connections. MoveSpot addresses the negative impact of conventional social media, offering a supportive community through its mobile app. With partnerships with over 40 organizations, including Gatorade, Miro, and GitHub, Carl has raised $100,000 in capital to support MoveSpot's mission of creating meaningful social connections and reducing anxiety and depression. Over to you, Carl.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope all is well. I'm Carl White III, the CEO and founder of MoveSpot. Here at MoveSpot, we develop a mobile app that offers an authentic networking experience unlike any other. Instead of keeping users scrolling on our platform, we empower them to create events on the go, putting them back in real life. We call it making moves. And just some background information about myself. I am a former all-county football player that achieved 15 touchdowns and over 1,000 all-purpose yards my senior year. And this accomplishment definitely didn't come from doing the norm of what I observed others doing. This came from discipline, focus, and learning how to live a balanced lifestyle. And that's one of the main things that we want our users to achieve from using our platform, MoveSpot. So let's get into exactly how we do that on the next slide. Just last year, it was reported that 61% of Gen Z has been diagnosed with anxiety, making this a significant societal issue. Excessive social media use leads to increased depression, low self-esteem, and even suicidal thoughts. This problem highlights an immediate need for action. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, did an interview on CNN where he spoke about the detrimental mental health impacts that come along with not limiting your screen usage. Recognizing this problem, MoveSpot steps in as a solution. We are redefining the social networking landscape by prioritizing genuine connections over screen addiction. The total market valuation of the social networking and ticketing sector is a remarkable $1 trillion. The reason this number is so high is because Gen Z and millennials account for 43% of the world's total population. The scale of this audience is massive. Through over 40 partnerships, including with industry giants like Amazon, Apple, Google, and Microsoft, MoveSpot is expanding its reach. And did I mention, we also have a perfect 5 out of 5 App Store rating from over 7,000 downloads. The sky is definitely not the limit for us, and we're consistently improving on a daily basis. Here are some of our top features from the platform: our timeout, create a move, and our timeline. We don't solely focus on virtual connections. Instead, we give our users the best of both worlds. We have over 200 auto-generated moves that our users can select from so they can create a move in an instant. Here are some of our top reviews from our platform: bring people together in real life, allow me to connect with all different types of people, and MoveSpot is the future. These reviews not only keep us going, but they also provide insight on different features that we can innovate to continue improving our platform for our users. Our team, including our chief marketing officer, our mentors and advisors, are all on the same mission towards building a healthier future for Gen Z and millennials. And also learning from mentors and advisors who have gone on to raise millions of dollars has enabled us to elevate our business to the next level. In a league of its own, MoveSpot separates itself from competition by providing more than just virtual connections. We're a supportive community. As you can see, we're the only company on this list that has any mental health focus and emotional wellness tools. And I feel like that speaks for itself towards the mission that we're accomplishing. We're currently in stage 3 of our go-to-market plan. As we improve to stage 4, our main focus will be international expansion, product diversification, community monetization, and charitable moves, so we can continue to give back to the community. MoveSpot's revenue model includes subscription offerings, sponsorships, and ticketing. These diverse streams promote sustainable growth and also enhance our user experience. With ticketing companies charging fees ranging as high as 10%, MoveSpot's 2% transaction fee enables our event hosts to significantly increase their revenue. Join MoveSpot today and embark on a journey of authentic connections and unforgettable experiences. Get off your phones and join us in real life. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl. We have wrapped up the first section of pitches, and we'll now take a moment to express our gratitude to those who make this fellowship possible. I am pleased to introduce our Associate Vice President of Development, Ariana Agumbar, who will highlight the incredible partners who have generously funded the Flagship Fellowship, ensuring that each fellow can find their community, discover their calling, and amplify their impact. Ariana, over to you.
Thank you, Evie. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us in celebration of the 2024 Flagship Fellowship and its culminating event, the Summit. The Flagship Fellows and those who are presenting today are leading forward innovative solutions to address some of the most pressing challenges facing their communities. We appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn more about their work and to cheer them on as they take this next step in their entrepreneurial journeys. In addition to thanking each of you for tuning in, I have the honors of acknowledging those who make this program a reality. Thank you to the generous sponsors who support the individual fellowships that make up this program. Jane Strode Miller, the Kenneth King Foundation, Mike and Christine Miles, the Luff family, Jim and Edie Hooten, Brian McCarr and Claire Campbell, the Sisla family, Ron and Diane Hogue, and Kyle Lefkoff. I'd also like to thank our partners at Comcast NBC Universal's Mountain West region, who generously sponsored the digital skills curriculum that is an integral component of the Flagship Fellowship training. And lastly, thank you to our partners at Google Boulder, who often go above and beyond to mentor the fellows. This work would not be possible without each of you. Thank you for investing in impact-driven entrepreneurs. And with that, I'll pass the mic back to you, Evie.
Thank you so much, Ariana, for sharing more about our generous partners and the vital role they play in supporting the fellows and their impactful ventures. We're now going to take a brief intermission to give everyone the chance to stretch, step away from your screens, and recharge. When we return, we'll dive into the second half of the event, featuring base camps and even more inspiring pitches from the Flagship Fellows. And of course, we'll wrap up with time for networking and connection in the chat. So take a moment to refresh, and we'll see you back here in 10 minutes for the second round of presentations. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a chance to refresh and recharge during the break. We are excited to continue with the second half of our event, and there's so much more to look forward to. To kick things off, I'm thrilled to introduce Mary Campbell, our Basecamp Senior Programs Manager, who will walk us through what Basecamps are all about. Mary, over to you.
Today, I'm excited to share with you the incredible impact of what we at Watson call a base camp. The term base camp essentially translates into a transformative gathering where specific fellows can cultivate their leadership skills, expand their networks, and receive invaluable feedback, all while focusing on their communities. Each fellow embarks on a journey to create a base camp for 30 or more participants, guided by our comprehensive resource guides and templates. With the support of an additional stipend from our sponsoring partners to jumpstart their planning, these fellows learn to enhance their craft to deliver an experience that will inspire and connect individuals around the globe. Imagine a space where ideas flourish, where emerging leaders engage in meaningful dialogue and share their visions. That's what our base camps are all about. They serve as a platform for fellows to increase awareness of their ventures, build strong community ties, and forge new partnerships. These fellows span the globe, completing base camps in the UK, China, the US, Mexico, and even virtually, reaching diverse audiences. Each base camp is a unique reflection of the fellows' passion and commitment to their community. From base camps whose focus is on empowering women, to sustainable fashion and natural living, to bilingual events impacting individuals, to therapeutic drama creations, to financial health education for families with disabilities. Through these base camps, the fellows not only enhance their leadership capabilities, but also become catalysts for change, inspiring those around them to take action and to make a difference. Join us today in celebrating the impact of base camps and the incredible work of the fellows who went above and beyond to complete their impactful base camps. Together, we are building a brighter future, one community at a time. Thank you for being a part of this journey, and we're so glad that you're here. Now, let's take a look to check out some of these amazing fellows in their amazing base camps.
Thank you, Mary. Now, as we dive back into venture pitches, we'll focus on a theme that touches the future of society: education and career development. This impact area is all about creating pathways for individuals to unlock their full potential, ensuring that they have the tools, the guidance, and the support necessary to succeed, whether in school, the workforce, or their personal growth. The fellows in this next segment are pioneering innovative approaches to how we learn, how we work, and how we prepare for the careers of tomorrow. Up first, we have Laura Eastley, a Kenneth King Foundation Fellow and the founder of Regen. Regen transforms school communities by engaging students, parents, and educators in a co-creation process. Regen's 3-year model helps these students identify challenges and implement collaborative solutions. To date, Regen has raised $35,000 in capital and worked with 4 schools, impacting over 1,400 students and over 2,000 parents and caregivers, and almost 300 educators. Laura, the floor is yours.
Hi, I'm Laura Easley, the Executive Director of the education reform nonprofit Regen. In 1980, at the beginning of the Reagan administration, the famous study A Nation at Risk was published. It urgently warned that the American education system must be fixed immediately, or the United States would fall behind in everything from health outcomes to rocket science to diplomacy. Hundreds of millions of dollars of lost potential were on the line. A generation of education reformers heeded the call. 20 years later, in 2002, some of these challenges have already begun to manifest, and I joined the reformers, beginning my education career. Since then, I've completed 9 years as a teacher, 2 years as a school leader, and 11 years in school and district support. Every fall, we believe in the potential of our brilliant and carefully planned ideas for change. Every spring, we'd feel we hadn't made the progress we'd hoped. Despite areas of improvement, education didn't change enough to meet what our kids needed. Today, we see education even more in need of reform. The U.S. Surgeon General said in 2023 that 60% of female-identifying high school students were persistently down or depressed. Literacy and math scores on the PISA International Assessment continue to fall in countries worldwide since the start of the pandemic. The Stanford Graduate School of Education said the number of kids who didn't feel like their schoolwork had purpose or didn't see the connection to their life outside of school has more than doubled since the beginning of the pandemic. We need change, and yet the way we've been pursuing education reform for the past 40 years isn't working. Regen does things differently. We co-create the change with all members of the school community, students, educators, even parents or caregivers, and doing so get more buy-in and can make more radical change. Our tools are belonging, empathy, and agency. And we do this through a 3-year in-depth change process that includes interviews, surveys, workshops, coaching, and specific support for the school's change outcome. Our schools choose their own change outcomes. Our team has helped a middle school write an entirely interdisciplinary, multi-age curriculum, a high school cope with divisions between their Arabic and Jewish populations by creating belonging interventions, and an elementary school make their assessments more culturally sustaining. At one Denver school, our 3-year journey looked like this. In 2022, empathy interviews uncovered that Spanish-speaking families didn't know about the school's anti-bullying work, and Spanish-speaking students were reporting bullying at much higher rates. In 2023, the school designed the equity cohort model to increase belonging and use of school supports for Spanish-speaking families. After a year of implementation of the equity cohort in 2024, Spanish-speaking families report higher belonging, agency, and even empathy, and feel bullying has decreased. This year, we have schools in Europe and the US who are working on closing gaps between male and female stress, helping students design their own curriculum, and improving socio-emotional measurement tools, among other change outcomes. Our impact measurement shows that we help schools achieve the change outcomes they designed, and participants report experiencing increased belonging, empathy, and agency along the way. One of our big investment areas this year is increasing our impact measurement, including in aligning our measurement to the Harvard Center for Developing Child's 3 principles to improve child outcomes. Our team includes people with expertise in inclusion and equity, in family involvement, in school community building, and in impact measurement. Across our team, we've worked in 34 countries, 38 states, and over 188 individual schools and districts. Our funding model depends on the country in which we work and the government's support for education. In the US, as the ESSER, or Pandemic School Support Funding, ended in June 2024, many schools are facing budget cuts, and we work with our schools to have 75% of the costs covered by fundraising and grants, and the school or partner covers 25% of the costs. In Europe, with higher government support for education, we work with schools to have them cover 50% of the costs, and we fundraise 50%. Join Regen as we co-create the radical change our world needs. We welcome support for particular school change outcomes, such as social-emotional support for particular communities, such as language learners, or particular regions, such as Europe and the American Midwest. Just $40,000 supports one school's work for the year, and we are raising $250,000 to support the 25-26 school year. Scan this QR code to donate or contact us at www.regenforall.org to learn more about how you can be a co-creator too.
Thank you, Laura. Now I am pleased to introduce you to Jessica Munoz Valerio, a James Strode Miller Fellow and founder of Learning Careers Environment, or LCE. LCE aims to address the gap in career guidance for elementary and middle school students. The venture empowers students through engaging role play and exploration of various career pathways, helping them discover their passions and cultivate the essential skills for their professional journeys. Since its beta launch in 2020, LCE has attracted over 400 users, with an additional 460 currently on their waiting list, and raised $32,000 in capital. Jessica, over to you.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica and I am the founder and CEO at Learning Careers Environment. Our goal is very simple. We want to empower students to play a variety of vocational, 2 years, 4-year careers, as well as help them find passion and purpose in life and cultivate the 21st century skills that will serve them through their professional journeys and their personal lives. Right now, alarmingly, 58% of middle school students are being tasked to start imagining themselves in careers that they would like to pursue in the future. This is with minimal guidance and knowledge. For example, my daughter, she's in 8th grade, and her career goals have changed more than 5 times. Yet, she has no idea what those careers are all about. So picture this. Next year, my daughter is starting high school, and she will be extremely busy trying to pass her college classes, do extracurriculum activities, and trying to find an internship that could help her get the real world experience that she needs in her career of interest. So you tell me, when do you think my daughter is going to have the time to safely explore her variety of careers of interest? Not finding the right career is one of the top causes of why students drop out of college. LCE presents our first application called Career Quest for middle school students, a fun and easy to use service. We put complex but yet rich career data from partners and AI, and we put that information as a module that contains a career path and fun mini games to test knowledge and help the students learn about their careers of interest. Students learn through games, videos, and examples, and as a result, students incubate career awareness and give virtual money to customize their personal environment later on. To give you a better idea, Career Quest consists of an interactive platform where students land in their homepage and that they can customize only if they play careers to earn money as if they were in the real world. Our technology adapts to students' learning styles by adapting in difficulty level as they pass or fail questions that they're asked in each game. Right now, we're expecting that career curiosity grow 3 times faster in the next 2 to 3 years. We want to target the 3.6 million students that are currently being homeschooled, because on average, a homeschool parent spends between $700 and $900 per year per child on online resources. Or like other career exploration tools out there that are unorganized and hard to understand, and in many cases very expensive, Learning Careers Environment aims to create a powerful, accessible, easy to use platform where parents and students can use and engage and create lasting impact. Our business model is very simple. Pay as you go by grade level. You are paying just what your student is most interested about. We offer our freemium that offers the ability to download our application and play for free all of our current and new careers that we're going to be offering for students, up to the 10 game of each career path. Now, when you jump to the pay bracket is when you want to enable the full career path. Students will receive certificates of achievement at the end of each career path, unlock customizable items for their avatar, the pet, or their homepage, and enable a full parental portal to customize daily activities, launch careers, track time, enjoy your database full of resources and hands-on printables. We are a group of engineers, designers, researchers, experts, and software developers who are passionate and engaged to create better individuals in the workforce. Together, we have more than 30 years of IT and designing and educational experience. We are looking for retired middle school educators to help us provide feedback on our current careers that we're developing. In addition, we're looking for marketing experts that can help us through marketing campaigns once we launch to the market. And additionally, I would love to invite angel investors to help us with the mission and help us pass the initial funding goals. So, if you believe in the power of education through gaming and want to create a difference through the development of our company, I would love to connect with you. For now, I would like to thank you for watching, and I hope to talk to you soon. Until next time.
Thank you, Jessica. And for the final pitch of the section, we have Wenyu Zhao, an Enlight China Fellow and founder of Youth Unplugged. Youth Unplugged is a podcast and platform empowering young people in China to navigate career challenges amidst economic uncertainty. Youth Unplugged shares candid stories of courage and resilience and offers practical guidance and inspiration. The podcast has published 13 episodes with over 80,000 listens on major platforms like WeChat and Apple Podcasts. Please welcome Wenyu.
Did you know that many young Chinese professionals are struggling under a 12-hour work culture? According to statistics, the average working hours per week in China have reached 49 hours this year. After 40 years of rapid economic development, the country is facing a slowdown, leading to uncertainty for young, well-educated professionals. Many are stuck in the 996 working culture, working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week. The BBC has labeled this as a new working culture. These young people feel anxious, exhausted, and powerless to change their lives. But it's not due to a lack of ability. They need more courage and support to break free from this cycle. Actually, I understand this struggle personally. After 4 years at Alibaba, working over 12 hours a day, I saw how many of my colleagues feel trapped, exhausted, and disconnected from their passions. Yet, most lacked the courage to step out of the cycle. Last year, I decided to take a leap of faith and leave my well-paid job. I took on a solo trip to the UK, which changed my life. I met a woman on a train who invited me into her world. She showed me the Lake District and introduced me to her refugee friends. It was a world I had never imagined. This experience taught me a valuable lesson. You can never live a life that you have never heard about. This realization is what led me to create Youth Unplugged. Youth Unplugged is a podcast dedicated to share authentic, inspiring life stories to help others discover new possibilities. Our goal is to create an intimate experience for listeners, making them feel like they are having a heartfelt conversation with a trusted friend. We don't just share stories of conventional success, we highlight personal transformations. For example, we featured an Oxford graduate who explored 10 different jobs in 1 year before becoming a social media influencer. We also showcased the journey of a nursing student who completed her bachelor's and master's degree in 7 years. These real stories aim to connect listeners to diverse life paths and inspire them to break free from limiting routines and find their own direction. Since its launch, Youth Unplugged has gained impressive traction. We've lived on 4 major platforms: Apple Podcast, WeChat, 小宇宙, and Himalaya. In just a short time, we've released 13 episodes and reached over 80,000 listens. Over the next 1 to 3 years, Youth Unplugged has 3 key phases to enhance its impact. Phase 1 is subscription growth. We currently have 400 followers, but we want to significantly increase our subscriber base. With this fellowship, I'm excited to connect with global entrepreneurs and learn effective user acquisition strategies from both alumni and mentors. Phase 2 is to foster community engagement and offline presence. Our aim is to extend the podcast reach by fostering community engagement. I plan to organize at least 3 offline events, attracting over 500 attendees. Through the Flagship Fellowship, I hope to learn best practice for building and engaging a strong community, including insights from Basecamp training. The third phase is about scale impact and revenue generation. Ultimately, we envision creating a co-creation community with over 1,000 paid subscribers. This requires strong branding and effective sales strategies. With guidance from the Flagship Fellowship, I hope to refine our branding marketing approach and develop sustainable growth strategies. So, if you have your story, don't hesitate to contact me, and I believe we can make a bigger world.
Thank you, Wenyu. Our final theme today highlights the intersection of art, culture, and peace. 3 powerful forces that connect us and foster mutual understanding. The fellows you are about to hear from are using creative expression and cultural exchange to break down barriers and promote inclusivity. Whether through performing arts, design, or youth diplomacy, each venture is dedicated to amplifying diverse voices and creating spaces where people from all walks of life can come together. Let's explore how culture and art can be tools for peace. Up first, we have Wen Lin, an Enlight China Fellow and founder of Star Champs Media. Star Champs Media specializes in multicultural communication and performing arts education, promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion through vibrant cultural events. Hosting 2 to 4 performing art shows each month, with audiences ranging from 200 to over 1,500 people, Star Champs Media provides a platform for cultural exchange. They also engage over 500 participants in online bilingual reading groups, with weekly literacy discussions and biannual showcases celebrating global artistic talents. Welcome, Wen.
Hello everyone, my name is Wen. I started my journey as a bilingual master of ceremonies, collaborating with various organizations to host and plan for performing arts events, including showcase, galas, award ceremonies, film festivals, and many more. During performance, many audience comments, "Wow, how beautiful are the costume and how amazing the music sounds." However, most interactions end there. Almost 90 to 95% of audiences leaving the venue immediately after show, missing the chance to explore the deeper meaning behind the performance. That's why I founded my venture, Star Champs Media. Our mission is focusing on building performing arts understanding, engaging with artist community, and sharing culture diversity. The venture offers 3 core services: planning and organizing performing arts events. These events create memorable experiences that promote appreciation for cultural heritage, encouraging ongoing attendance, and sustain interest in the arts. Producing interactive digital content. we create engaging videos, interviews, and vlogs that take viewers behind the scene of the creative process. We invite online followers to join and explore the diversity of performing arts. Facilitating community dialogues. We host seminars and discussions where artists and guest speakers can share their experiences. This creates a very diverse performing arts community and encourages connections and collaborations. We focus on events production and management, organizing live performance, generating revenue through ticket sales and sponsorships. We also emphasize digital content creation, monetizing through advertising and subscriptions. Since 2022, we've partnered with various organizations to host over 60 in-person events across North America and Asia, reaching a total audience of more than 60,000 people. Our online initiative also be seeing engagement, such as our bilingual reading group, which attract over 500 audiences globally. We've also organized over 10 online showcases. We also produced 2 video series, a 14-episode bilingual public speaking series and a 10-episode arts and culture series. The global performing arts market is significant and showing promising growth. To expand our reach, we use a variety of social media platforms to share our events, connect with artists and local influencers to engage with a larger and wider audience. As a graduate from Columbia University and UCLA, I also connect the venture to collaborate with educational institutions and nonprofit organizations to foster culture exchange and awareness. As the founder of Star Champs Media, I also collaborate with professional advisors in marketing and photography. We are very passionate about building a community where artists, audiences, and creative entrepreneurs can come together and inspire and collaborate. We would like to invite you to join this journey, whether through funding, share your talents, or join as an audience member. Together, we can create and promote diversity, equity, and inclusion to a larger scale of community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wen. Up next, we have Junlong Wang, an Enlight China Fellow and founder of Bridge Cultural Exchange Academy, or BCEA. BCEA fosters global intelligence among youth by offering virtual cultural summits and AI-powered exchanges to combat polarization. With accessible and affordable programs like the Student Diplomacy Lab and Online Cultural Exchange Summit, BCEA has engaged over 1,500 students from 21 countries, promoting empathy and collaboration through gamified digital peacebuilding. Since 2021, BCEA has organized 15 cultural shows and summits and secured $15,000 in capital. Junlong, welcome to the stage.
It's March 2020. The world is shutting down to contain COVID-19, and I'm on my way to the airport to catch the last flight home. In the airport, in the elevator, the man take a look at me, double-check his mask, once he learned I'm Chinese. Despite not being in China for over a year, he see me as the poster child for Chinese virus. Hello, everyone. My name is Junlong Wang, a student at University of Southern California. As a Chinese student studying 7 years in the States, the us versus them mentality is no stranger to me, both in China and in the United States. So what's the big deal with us versus them mentalities? It lays in the heart of every single conflict in the world. Currently, there are 60 conflicts affecting 2 billion people internationally, and it contributes to more than 10,000 hate crimes in the United States in 2021. No matter you are a Russian, Israeli, or US or American, Chinese, if you are on the other side, then you are the evil. Everything is justified. So how are we going to tackle these challenges? We propose through qualitative global citizenship education, we can promote a much peaceful world. So first, we engage students through forum, dialogue, documentary video. Then we equip the participants with the ability to empathetically understand each other, collaborate with each other, and work with each other through our global intelligence summits to learn the peace building skills. With monitoring system, we empower the students to launch their own peace building initiative in their communities. We place equal emphasis on both in-person and online events. While in-person event is more interactive, the online event is very accessible to participants around the world. Using the metaverse system, we can help students to feel as interactive as possible, even though it's online. With the help of 20 organizations and 3 chapters around the world, we are aiming to invite youth between the age of 17 to 25 who are driven, culturally curious, with open mind to join us in the journey of becoming a citizen peace builder. Since 2022, we have recruited 3,000 participants from 25 states and regions with a 92% success rate in reducing cultural stereotype and increasing global intelligence. Here are our upcoming projects. We are aiming to launch the first documentary video showcasing the US-China relations impact on youth from 1990 to 2024 using the power of storytelling. Then in the empowerment phase, we are aiming to launch the in-person Global Peace Building Expo in Geneva, Los Angeles, and Beijing to celebrate cultural diversity and also showcasing students and youth how to develop their cultural competency and global intelligence. With the help of our partners and partner advisors and alumni, we are aiming to establish the largest grassroots exchange alliance we ever built for NGO and student organization. This is our team. We really value the importance of inclusivities. Therefore, we have 1/3 Chinese, 1/3 American, and 1/3 global students. The goal is to showcase that if US and Chinese youth can work together, then we can all join the journey of tackling down the global challenges. Here is our fantastic advisory board. They provide academic framework and then strategic direction guidance in peace building, public diplomacy, and citizen diplomacy. We asked for 50,000 donation. With the 50,000 donation, we are able to grow our impact exponentially, empowering 500 young citizen peace builders from high-tension country, incubating 20 local-driven peace-building initiatives, and also create a documentary video showcase the impact of youth in US-China relation. And most importantly, we are able to build the infrastructure of the Citizen Peace-Building Alliance to empower our students. And nevertheless, we are always looking for partnership. I believe the most important way to grow is through mutually beneficial partnership. So please reach out to me if you have any advice, suggestion, or just want to talk. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm looking forward to join the journey with you.
Thank you, Jumong. Our final presenter of the day is Flavia Pereira, a sustainability fellow and founder of Anduba Brazilian Art. Anduba Brazilian Art addresses the urgency of Amazon rainforest preservation by connecting with people from around the globe with the Amazon's vibrant culture through art and design. Anduba creates Amazonian handicrafts, blending traditional elements with contemporary aesthetics to appeal to global audiences. Working with 12 indigenous communities and empowering 1,400 artisans, 87% of whom are women, Anduba has raised $50,000 in capital, including $10,000 in sales. Let's hear from Flavia about her mission to preserve the Amazon through art.
Hi, my name is Flavia, and I'm the founder of Anduba, and we are on a mission to bring ancestral beauty into contemporary spaces. A few years ago, I was completely burned out, and it took me a while to realize that it wasn't just me. Somehow along the way, we as a society forgot that we need community, meaning, and we need to be close to nature to be okay. I realized that when I went back to the Brazilian rainforest where I was born, and I got to learn more about indigenous people who live a life immersed in those values. That was so inspiring that I wanted to bring some of that home, not only to me, but to all of us. And that's when I decided to use my 20 plus years of business experience across different continents and industries to bridge that gap and bring these two worlds together. So we're launching a collection of wallpaper that features the work of Indigenous artists. And there are three things that makes us different. First is just how beautiful and unique our art and patterns are. They've been passed down through generations for thousands of years. And they carry a lot of soul, heart, and wisdom. The second piece is that by putting Indigenous art in the format of wallpaper means that we're transcending walls of museum and bringing that art closer to people. And last but not least, we want to make sure that we recognize and celebrate the artists and they get paid fairly for the work they do. We're focusing on commercial spaces because there are a lot of companies out there who care about sustainability, social issues, and climate justice. And a very important pillar for us is that we pay our artists 2 times the market average. We all know we're going to benefit a lot from having this beautiful art around us, but we wanted to make sure that this is a good business for the artists and their communities. The reason I feel so bullish about this idea is because I didn't come up with it. I've been selling Indigenous art in the US for a year and a half, and I've had a few designers ask me if it was possible to transplant the patterns from the paintings into wallpaper. Also, I've been testing the concepts with designers, architects, and developers, and the response has been very positive. So the total addressable market, the total market for wallpaper in the US is pretty large. It's about $2.2 billion, and it's growing fast, with more people looking for ways to add color, texture, and character to their spaces. With my initial focus, our obtainable market will be around $150 million. And the way we're bringing our product to market is making sure we communicate and people understand that this is not only a beautiful, unique, and sustainable wall covering solution. We're really giving companies an opportunity to tell a story, to show what they believe in, and to show what they stand for. And the way we get to those organizations is either through corporate partnerships or architectural firms. When we look at the market, there are a lot of players in the market, and many of them have realized that they need to have a sustainable offering in order to be competitive. However, there is no one else in the market focusing on uplifting Indigenous artists, broadening our sense of beauty, and honoring the people who have lived in the Americas for thousands of years. So we're launching our collection in a few months, and my ask to you is very simple. If you know anyone or any organization who cares not only about having a beautiful space, beautiful and unique, but also telling a story that matters, please let me know. Thank you so much for your time, and cheers to a more beautiful world that we're building together.
Thank you, Flavia. We have concluded our pitch presentations, and I would now like to introduce you to Cynthia Campos, a Watson Institute at Lynn University alumna, and now Programs Coordinator for Watson Institute's Impact Fellowships. Cynthia has worked closely with the Flagship Fellows, supporting them with both their base camps and preparing them for today's summit event. Please welcome Cynthia for a brief moment of reflection.
Thank you, Evie. I'm deeply grateful to be standing here today, and it's an honor to have each of you with us. This moment is truly special, not just because we're here together, but because of the connections we're building, the stories we're sharing, and the collective energy that has filled this space. As we come to the end of today's summit, I'd like to take a moment for reflection. Over the past few hours, we've witnessed something special, a global community coming together, united by a shared drive to create impact. We've heard inspiring stories and been reminded of the incredible power we all hold to make a difference. To the Flagship Fellows, this is not just a culmination of 16 weeks of hard work. It's the beginning of a much larger journey. And for all of you who join us today, whether you've just discovered this community or have been a part of it for a while, I hope you leave feeling connected, motivated, and inspired to take your own next step, whatever that may be. I'll pass it back to Abby now, who will bring us to the end of this event.
Thank you, Cynthia. The beauty of gatherings like this one is that we come together as strangers, colleagues, friends, and leave as a part of something bigger. Whether it's sharing ideas, sparking collaborations, or simply gaining a new perspective, these moments are what make lasting impact possible. Before we officially close, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the fellows, our partners, and to each of you for sharing your time, energy, and spirit with us today. We couldn't do this without your support, and we are so excited to continue growing global impact alongside you. As we wrap up, here's what's next. The chat will remain open for the next 15 minutes, so please feel free to introduce yourself, share your LinkedIn profile, and let others know what support you're looking for or what you can offer to this community. If you have questions for specific fellows, you're welcome to leave them here in the chat, and we'll ensure any follow-up connections are made after the event. Also, keep an eye on your inbox for follow-up resources and contact information to stay connected with this community. But as you step back into the world, I want to leave you with this. The work we do today shapes the world of tomorrow. So carry forward the inspiration, the ideas, and the connections you've made here. And let's continue to build a future that thrives on collaboration, innovation, and hope. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey, and we very much hope to see you soon.